The guy's out.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Are you going to dominate the game?
It's going to change towards Bustle. It's a double kill for Blizzard, while Paddling is on the run. Signify are on the cusp of gaining victory here. Going to try and get the bomb down. Much less no idea. Something to find an ace. He's going to find a kill and get the second one as well.
हैदराबाद हमारा इलाके कोई भी नहीं आ सकता कोई जीत नहीं सकता
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
It should be a very, very comfortable round here. Never mind, Weird Brother does find Buster. That's just a Mac 10. Sorry, that's a UMP. He can actually inflict a bit of damage as a full eco. And if he gets one more kill, that's money in the bank. And he gets another kill from the very same position. Another one for Weird Brother. This 1v5 to a 1v2. This is extremely expensive. I don't believe it. I just do not believe it. He gets the ace. He gets the ace.
Shin-chan, oh what a flick, Shin-chan snaps on it.
I don't even Spider-Man play with the P250. He gets another kill. He picks up the AK-47. A bomb is dropped. It's all in Weird Brother again. 16 points fell for Kappa. And Weird Brother walking out with the AWP. Who's going to spawn him out? He spots him up with Kappa! 1v3! It's the bomb just in time. Anything can happen. Oh my god! Holy Christ! The Nefarious one of his to work with. He's going to be sailing in towards Palace. However, there's no one there to find Puta. Playing on top of Shadow. And it's going to be Spiral who gets the kill. He's going to clutch it out! The 1v3 for Spiral!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another day in the ESL India Premiership Winter Season December phase. I'm your host, Angela, and this event is brought to you by Omen, by HP, Savi, by BenQ, HyperX, Intel, and organized by Non-Win Gaming. Today is the last day of this phase because from tomorrow onwards, we're going to have the promotion relegations rounds. Today is also the day where I'm going to be announcing a lot of cool things that you guys can work around on your Twitter feeds and all your social media platforms. So stay close to your screens for today because I've got a lot in store for you. you folks. Coming in today, we have Clash Royale, Counter-Strike, and Dota 2 for you folks. In Clash Royale today, we're going to have the powerhouse Taranveer, who is a Class 8 student and who's based out of Delhi. As of now, he sits on top of the leaderboard with 5 victories to his name. He today is going up against somebody who has made his mark in the ESL India Premiership 2016. He was a champion in that, and now he's sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard, Mrin. Now, Mrin had a very mixed campaign coming into the 2017 ESL India Premiership. In the summer season, he wasn't really able to do well, and in the winter season also, he seems to be struggling quite a bit. As of now, he sits on the last of the leaderboard with no victories to his name, but is looking to change that. This kid is pretty strong for himself. He's one of the most experienced players in the ESL India Premiership, so I'm really excited to see how this game is going to go up against these two powerhouses as we head into it with our caster, Gautam Workaholic, and I will see you all right after that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with another day. Is this the last day? This is the last day of Premiership online casting, actually. This is the last game that we'll be casting for this year. We've been going live since the beginning of April of 2017. And today it's December, what's the date today? 3rd, yes. And we've come a long way. We've casted a lot of games. And today here we are casting the final game of the final session, the final season, the final everything. This will be the last game that we'll be casting this season. After this, we'll be moving directly into the LAN finals, which will happen on 15th, 16th, and 17th of this month. That will mark the end of the whole season that we've been slowly working towards. But before we get into that, let's get into the game because we've missed a lot of action here. We've seen Shawn Michaels actually trying out this new deck where he has the crossbow there. He actually played that pretty well. Mrin also handled that pretty well, also taking minimal damage on both sides. Mrin going for the Giant, followed by the Dark Night Witch. Here comes another Expo doing a lot of damage onto the Giant. And look at the Giant itself. He's able to tank so much. He's a very, very, very tanky unit, able to tank all those attacks. Look at this distraction being put down there, actually moving the Night Witch away from the Ice Golem. The crossbow finally goes down. However, before it does go down, it does a lot of damage. Minions trying to make something happen. Here, I think Shawn Michaels will end up taking some damage on the tower. Because the minion horde by itself just does a lot of damage if left untouched. Interesting turns of event here. Mrin seems like he's kind of got this game in the bag. He has a miner and poison combo going there for him. A nice distraction coming up front. Won't be there for much longer. Night Witch will be able to attack the tower. There's a poison actually also dropped there, so the tower will go down. And yeah, it just seems like a basic back and forth between both these players. But I believe Mrin might just end up coming on top because he's been able to chip away that tower like a lot. Like the tower has come down. Shawn Michaels' tower has come down to 1,000 health now. Unless Shawn Michaels pulls some crazy play here where he's able to target the tower directly, which he has, as you can see. And nice drop, by the way, on the Giant, because if the Giant wasn't there, the tower would have been targeted directly. Now, it's just a game of cat and mouse. But in between, Mrin is able to get a few shots onto the tower. So that's all there is going to be to the game. But this time, offensively using the miner to tank away the Expo. Actually, the Expo finally gets his face onto the tower, but immediately reset by the lightning. That was good play, actually, good lightning play there. And now Expo will be targeting the Giant, he'll tank it all up. Yeah, he can take so much damage. Expo on Expo on Expo being planted one after another, and the Giant being planted. Expo being reset again. This could be quite a crazy game actually if Shawn Michaels able to take this, and Mrin is actually not able to get any tower. Look at the towers being damaged again. This is horrible. This is good game. Mrin could potentially end up losing this game, and he will. Wow, very, very well played by Taranveer, aka Shawn Michaels. There you can see the picture. I swear to God, he looks younger every time I see him. Now he looks like a 12-year-old kid. Mrin, again, a veteran player of Clash Royale. By the way, he's been playing Clash Royale with us for a very, very long time, and he's maintained his position in the Masters League for a long time, all the way starting from the beginning of 2016. Now we are at the end of 2017, and he's still around. So let's see how things pan out for Game 2. Shawn Michaels just showing how formidable of a foe he is. And even though I thought Mrin had the game in the bag, but the constant pressure of the Expos absolutely being too much for Mrin to handle. But here we go, Game 2, Mrin still holding same decks on both sides actually. So let's see how they handle this situation now. What do you think? You should start playing this game, by the way. Suggesting my production team to start playing this game. It's an awesome game. Rinse and repeat till we don't hit the double elixir time, which starts at 1 minute remaining. This is going to be a fairly passive game where people are going to try to take some damage, do some damage across, but you can see the combo that's being dropped down right now. Miner at the back. Luckily for Shawn Michaels, the Expo was still there to take down the Miner, which he has. And the Giant should be coming down any second. No Giant coming down. No Zap being used also. He's letting the tower tank. He's letting his tower tank. Why? Does not want to waste Zap. Finally puts the Zap down. Ice Fairy walks in there. Ice Spirit walks in there. Finally, that Expo goes down, but look at the tower health. This is down all the way to 1494. Shawn Michaels showing his Expo skills, but completely surrounded by few bats there. Few bats do bring the tower down to 1500 health. Now, same decks, game 2. How is Mrin going to play this differently now? Is he going to suffer the same fate that he faced in the last game? Finally, he's able to use his minor poison combo offensively. But look at that, the tower, the Expo placed right outside the range of the poison. And now he has to wait for the zap to come out. The zap will come out right about now. Yes, it does. And finally, the tower's reset. And now it's targeting the Giant. Giant tanking a lot. Giant being pulled away. But Expo is hell-bent on killing that Giant. The Giant's health is all the way down. He's even being slowed down. Could this be another disaster for Mrin, actually? Too many Expos on the field. 37 seconds left on the clock. This could spell doom for Mrin. They're finally able to throw down the combo Poison Minor, but quickly taken care of. Poison still taking away some damage there, but 20 seconds. I don't think he has much of a choice here. Expo being used very, very defensively here, and it's just not enough time here. He can throw another minor back there to see if he can take down the tower, but 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Tower health very low, 190, 160, and finally able to zap away the tower. We are going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, the game has just been reset. And now we're going to shift our focus to the left-hand side and see how Mrin's able to take this game forward. But the Expo is causing so much chaos and damage on the field right now. And Mrin is actually, the win conditions that he has, he's being... misplacement! Wow, this was a complete misplacement of the unit. The miner should not have come up there. Giant being placed right very, very offensively there. Able to take down the Expo fairly quickly. Good for him. Now Giant trying to make something happen. But let's see how he handles the constant pressure. Again, another Expo. This will keep happening over and over again. That is his win condition. Finally, the miner comes out at the right spot. The poison also comes down. The fact that Mrin is being forced to use his win condition to defend himself could cause a lot of trouble for him. This game could potentially go into a draw, I believe, if Mrin continuously keep using the tower defensively there. A missile finally coming out, slight change of pace there. Minion horde on the field being pulled in together, Poison being dropped down. This seems like there could be some trouble for Shawn Michaels. He might take a few hits. No, not able to take any hit actually there. Shawn Michaels still holding strong. And is he going to switch over to rockets now? Is he going to... He has a perfect option to just keep rocket the tower down. He just needs 2 rockets. He needs to rotate few of his units down. And Mrin realizes this, goes on immediate offensive now. Remember, Shawn Michaels also has a Cyclone Tornado there to slow him down, slow the push down until the rocket comes around. Rocket is around. Can he use it and close the game right now? But he's dropping a lot of units. I think Shawn Michaels just can finish the game right now, and the rocket is selected. Rocket does fly down. This is game 2 in favor of Shawn Michaels. Mrin loses the same game with the same units, exact same matchup there, but he tried a lot harder this time, but not able to close the game. And Shawn Michaels showing why he is a formidable foe in the Masters League of Clash Royale League. Here. So, my God, I'm at loss of words. So, let's take a small break here and let's talk about our sponsors. We have, as you can clearly see on the screen, we have Omen by HP, our title sponsors for ESL India Premiership. Thanks to them, we've been able to bring all these Clash Royale casts to you, and we've been doing it for over 200 plus days. We remember we started in April 1st. That was the first time we started the Clash Royale casting, and we are now on December 3rd. It's been a long journey. And what better game could we have than Mrin versus a new blood, fresh blood Shawn Michaels, who's been absolutely destroying the competition this winter phase. He's been crazy. That's gonna... Is it say greet? What does it say on his tweet? Maybe it says treat on his shirt. I can't really read. But other sponsors that we have are HyperX, Zawi, Intel. Nordwind Gaming is the one who's organizing all of this. So let's get into the third game. 2-0 is the score right now. Can Mrin take the next game and push it over to 2-1? Or could we potentially see a 3-0 loss in this last game of the Premiership? Lot of changes on the field right now. Lot of different units have been selected. Different cards, different scenarios. And here we go, guys. Mrin has Elixir Collector. Most probably going to put it down. Shawn Michaels has a good counter to that. And here comes the Rocket to take down the Elixir Collector. So far, so good. Mrin logs that down. You can see now what Mrin is going for. He has a Golem, Elixir Collector, a Night Witch, even a Bandit actually. And that is all that he has right now. That's his win condition, and followed with the Lumberjack actually. Now it's he has quite a deck actually. And looking over to Shawn Michaels, he has a lot of fairly inexpensive units there that that can do a lot of damage. You saw on the right hand side, he wrote out oops because he completely misplaced that Ice Spirit and causing him horrible damage. Nice poison used. Princess taken care of. Another princess spawned right next to the tower. A goblin barrel on the right hand side. The log comes out to hit the princess. Princess goes down without activating the king tower. The golem now splits into two. Is able to take a few shots on the tower, actually bringing it down quite low. So that's quite a successful first golem push there. And remember, we've not even hit double elixir time right now. It's still 115. Another big golem push will be coming out, and Shawn Michaels seems like he's just in a bad spot right now. Rocket takes care of the elixir collector again. Does not want Mrin to collect elixir, but look at the advantage that Mrin has right now. The elixir advantage is just crazy. He has almost 1.5 elixir advantage over Shawn Michaels. I will see a log come out. Yes, we do. Log comes out immediately. Complete stopping of the push on the right, and now on the left the Night Witch will be coming down. Yes, she does. Nice combo being set up. Do we have a poison? Okay, poison used on the right hand side. So Night Witch actually hiding behind the rock golem, doing a lot of damage without getting hit. Bandit also comes out, does a lot of damage. Princess at the back trying to push away this huge push that is at the doorstep, but the Lumberjack, absolute crazy amount of DPS coming out by the Lumberjack, and this is good game. And Shawn Michaels finally is coming to the pressure here that being put up by Mrin, and this game going in favor of Mrin. 2-1 will be the score now. Finally, Mrin able to get on the board there and get a score for himself, and this has not been such a one-sided affair. So, which is nice to hear, nice to see actually. So, yeah, that's been quite a game. God damn, this is a good game to have. I'm absolutely enjoying this, and I'm feeling. I feel bad for Manoj Gola because he's not here currently. He's attending some wedding in whichever town, backwood towns that he comes from. Vijayawada. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Vijayawada people. I love you guys. Heart to Vijayawada. But let's get into the second last game, of this best of 5. And here we go, guys. 2-1 score. Taranveer is the guy whose name is Shawn Michaels. I actually said yesterday the same thing. How the hell does he even know who Shawn Michaels is? The kid looks like he's 12, dude. Shawn Michaels has stopped wrestling like 10 years back or 15 years back, actually. And not sure how Taranveer has been able to go back and watch those old WWE matches to be such a fanboy. Mrin actually not changing his deck there, was fairly satisfied with that. But he does not have answer to an elixir collector at the moment. He has a miner. A great push right off the bat. Mrin taking, doing a lot of damage on the left-hand side of the tower of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, we can see, has the 3 musketeers on him and has an elixir collector as well. And Mrin now needs to make a decision. Is he going to attack the elixir collector, or is he going to put out a big push? He's chosen to put out a big push, and maybe if he gets a miner, he can drop it on the back on the right. Nice distraction coming out. That leaves the giant completely alone to be taken down by the Goblin Gang. Goblin Gang is answered by the minion horde. The small minions of Mrin actually were able to take a lot of damage on the tower, also bringing it down to 540 health. But there's a 3 minion hordes just destroying the tower at the bottom left. And what does Mrin have to answer for this? Nothing. He drops his own minion horde actually. This minion horde, what will it do? I think it'll make its way across. Yes, it does. Immediately distracted by the Goblin Gang. Bottom right, the ram actually connects. Mrin is actually taking a lot of damage across all the towers here. This could be some trouble for him. Mrin needs to get a hold of his elixir. He's just lagging behind, and let's not forget the elixir collector on Shawn Michaels' side is not helping Mrin at all. He's just been able to pump up the elixir one after another. Minion horde has brought down the giant fairly low. Shawn Michaels is about to lose his tower on the left, and yes, he will lose it. 45 seconds left on the clock. The Musketeers are out. They're on the field. They are here to do a lot of damage. Not able to completely... the poison was slightly misplayed, but there's a big push on the left-hand side, and he is not doing anything to stop it. He's going to let go of that tower. He's going to work offensively, but look at the back lines there. Mrin is quickly losing his king tower, and he has nothing to stop this. Mrin's about to lose his game altogether. This is going to be a 3-1 victory for Shawn Michaels, barely able to hold on to that tower, on the king tower actually. And now Mrin looks like he is in a lot of trouble. The miner comes out, followed by the Goblin Gang, and Mrin has no answer to this. GG, well played. Shawn Michaels going through all the competition. Do we have a ranking? Do we have our website which is live? Maybe I can look at that. This man right here, Shawn Michaels, is just playing godlike right now, and I've never seen anyone just take down so many of top tier Indian Master Leagues players with such ease and with such confidence that I've seen Shawn Michaels do it. My God, this is a wonder kid right now, and I actually have the score in front of me, and Shawn Michaels, aka Taranveer, is actually leading the board, and he's on number 1 right now. He's not lost a single game. Jesus, we've seen a lot of old names. Mrin has not been doing so well this season. He's lost a lot of games. Jimit is there, Arpan is still there, and some people are still hanging around. But however, this man right here, Shawn Michaels, is doing amazing job of showing up actually and destroying the competition here. So congratulations to him. Looking forward to seeing everyone at the LAN event, which is coming up on December 15th at the Delhi Comic Con. So if you guys are in Delhi, if you are around Delhi somewhere, or even if you are too far away from Delhi, be sure to tune in. Delhi people can just come to Comic Con and come watch the show live. People who are not able to make it can just keep watching us and following us on ESL India Premiership, because remember, everything is going to come down to LAN. And playing from the comfort of your home is completely different when you are on the stage itself and facing your opponent and looking your opponents in the eye while you drop those tiny units on the field. So anyways, once again, congratulations, Shawn Michaels. You are most likely going to win the online qualifier for this, and actually get some extra money there before you come to the LAN event. And that's it from me. This is Gautam signing out. This is the last day of the online stream of the seasons before the LAN event, and it's been quite a pleasure casting for you guys. And I'm going to sign out and see you next year. Goodbye.
Alright, and this brilliant kid has scored another victory for himself. Wow, he seems to be on a win streak all along. I'm very excited to meet this kid actually in the December finale that's going to be happening in Delhi. Shawn Michaels sitting on top of the leaderboard and doing very, very well for himself, defeating the grand champion of last time. So he should be really, really proud of himself. Coming up next, we have Counter-Strike. If you guys have missed out any games, you can check it out on our ESL India YouTube channel. You can even subscribe to us to get a notification when we come live to you every day at 6:30 p.m. IST with all the fun and games in the ESL India Premiership. Also, let us know who do you think is going to take the winning grand finale victory in Clash Royale. Hashtag ESL India Premiership, and let us know, and you may have a chance to win Comic-Con passes for the Delhi finale that's going to be happening very, very soon. Alright, so coming next, we have Counter-Strike for you folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. ESL India Premiership winter season. Last phase, December phase, last day, of course. I'm the host, Angela, and this event is brought to you by HP Zyber Bergu, HyperX and Talent, organized by Nordman Gaming. Coming up next, we have Counter-Strike for you folks. It's going to be GO.Goutfits, who are from Kolkata, going up against Team Phoenix, who are 4 members from Mumbai and 1 player from Delhi. GO.Goutfits Kolkata have been very active in the regional circuits and have been really neck to neck with JMD Gaming, also from Kolkata. They entered the ESL India Premiership in the summer season but got eliminated over there as their performance wasn't up to the mark. But they didn't give up and they have now entered the winter season Starter Cup, and after respectable performance in the November phase Challenger League, they made their way into the Masters League. As of now, they sit 8th on the leaderboard with just 1 victory and 3 losses to their name. Could they go up against Team Phoenix? Like I said, there are 4 players from Mumbai, 1 from Delhi. They've been playing together for quite a while. They entered the ESL India Premiership in the winter season Starter Cup and made their way into the Challenger League. After performing pretty okay over there, they opened their doors for themselves in the Master League but have been struggling as of now in the Masters League. They sit 7th on the leaderboard as of now with the same 1 win and 3 losses to their name. This is going to be a very important game for both these teams because whoever doesn't really perform now is going to head into the promotion relegation rounds, and that is a place no team in the ESL India Premiership really wants to be. So let's see how this game is going to go as we head into it with our casters from So Strong, and I'll be back with you folks again for the final game of the day.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL India Premiership. The winter season phase 3 is almost at a completion. We're into the final few games of the phase, and today's game is going to be played between Team Phoenix and G.Goutfits on the map Overpass. I really like this map, but you know, it's always a mixed bag when it comes to teams who are not usually known for their overpass. And here we see a fast play from G.Goutfits up towards Connector. Payne still playing close, and he's expertly being, well, Profan was trying his very best to bait, but the A bomb site now getting charged in the meantime. Forkin finds one, and Profan one. Can he find the kill? Yes, he does. Finally gets the kill on a Predator, but there we go. Hoax coming in with the final kill. Godspeed. Well, wishing him Godspeed. Gets sent to his grave. Team Phoenix pick up the pistol round. Bear in mind, dear viewers, this is Overpass. It is, well, one of the more CT-sided maps, and here we have Team Phoenix starting on the CT side, G.Goutfits on the T side. They didn't get the bomb down, so it is gonna be forced by City for them. Veteran with the Deagle. Everyone's bought up Deagle and armor, and Godspeed with the CZ armor. Interesting strat coming out from G.Goutfits in that pistol round. Everyone going to Connector. Sort of similar to what we might see right now. That nade's not really going to trouble anybody. They're still way too far behind. Mainly, no one's even dropped into Connector. So Connector control not being wide for early round. G.Goutfits taking their time, holding their positions, waiting for pushes. And Team Phoenix not really in the mood. They know they're up against pistols, and Profan needs to be careful. Spots out Torres. Has a FAMAS as the only rifle. The range can be a problem, but you know, the Deagles in the current meta are crazy. They will take your heads clean off given the opportunity. And all these aimers are, all these people from G.Goutfits are crazy good aimers. Alright, Profan spots out a couple of players. Should stop channeling his inner Mario. Veteran though, there we go. First decapitation coming in. Forza and Veteran just taking heads off. Just like I said, the Deagles are in the meta, dear viewers. Sort of, I ask that question to myself every time. There's Hoax trying to get something happen, but nope. And here we have it. Team Phoenix win the pistol round, lose the force, but Ray gets one, gets two. It's a 1v2 now. He has to, well, quad kill his way to glory. Does have a kit. Just tap the bomb, spots out both the players. They don't have head armor, but doesn't matter. Godspeed, wide peeking with the pumping a couple of bullets into Ray's face. And G.Goutfits pick up the force buy. Wow. And, well, this is India. No map is CT-sided, to be very honest, unless the teams know what the hell they're doing. And in most cases, let's be honest, they don't. But, you know, this could be a very closely contested game. So far, we have seen games that are fairly one-sided. Teams just wiping the floor with the others, with their competition, and it's not for. It doesn't make for good viewing when, you know, one team is just dominating the other. And yeah, sort of they play Cobblestone all too often, and Cobblestone is, pardon my French, a shit map. So yeah, that's nothing new, and it seems one player from Team Phoenix has timed out. Well, and it seems like Team Phoenix will be using their second timeout as well. That's the problem, dear viewers. Indian internet is always and has always been and shall always be a pain, a royal pain in everyone's behind. Finally, the fifth player, Profan, I think it was who dropped out. No, it wasn't Profan, it was Forkin. Whoever dropped out did join back. It is going to be a force buy from Team Phoenix as well. And, well, it's going to be force buy. It makes sense to force buy until one team wins 2 rounds in a row. That's how the current meta has evolved, and especially in the subcontinent and in Asia, force buys are still very much, you know, in the thick of things, because frankly teams still don't know how to play against the pistol buyers. As you saw the previous round, Team Phoenix just completely getting overwhelmed at the A bomb site, and no sort of Nayak. It's not that Indian teams are horrible on Cobblestone, it's just that Cobblestone is a shit map. That's about it. And Veteran drops down that Well, decoy. Like I said, it is a force by Pain with the scout. That beautiful default skin, my favorite weapon. And Predator needs to be careful. The scout can actually go to work. But I'm not a big fan of this, double scout towards A and this 2-3 split. Vetten has already made his way towards sandbags. Forza's taken, well, one scout shot to the knee. He's down to 30 HP. That kind of rhymed, but, what can you do? Oh, Profin. Oh, what a shot. Can he get another? Nope. Oh, lands. Well, his teammate Pain from behind coming in with the assist with the kill out of Forza. And it looks like G.Goutfits might be losing this round now. Well. They should have just gone with the scouts in the previous round instead of the umps. And Hoax finds Vetten. This is not going G.Goutfits' way. Now they're going into the B bomb site, which is like 3 people are already there with... Oh, umps. Umps. Hoax gets Godspeed. That's bombed down. Now it's all down to Torres in a 1v5. He has to ace clutch this. Oh, okay. Forkin should not be peeking this. Does not matter because Torres forgets how to aim momentarily. And there we go. Team Phoenix win a round right back. They recover 2 AK-47s for all their hard work as well. Now G.Goutfits, will we see another force buy coming out from them? They did make their force buy count much better than their buy. And yeah, another force buy. And no sort of, if you ask any analyst or caster, they will tell you that Cobblestone is a boring map. Anywho, we do see that boost, the cheeky boost up towards Canals, but it is going to be a hit towards, well, mid. G.Goutfits, just 2 upgraded pistols and armor, and everyone else just upgraded pistols and Predator on with the Glock. It is Eco City for G.Goutfits. And now the one hit shot. Oh, wow. Profin was very good with the scout the previous time around and messing up that flashbang. But Vetten, somehow, it still works out. Sees Vetten crossing over and what? Should have just stuck with that. Should have just started with that. And there we go, Fork and Profin. Wow, this is just the kills. And this is such a messy round, this one. But nice one tap from the P250 from Profin. Really like seeing that. And Team Phoenix getting 2 on the board. That means G.Goutfits, well, they do have money to buy on 3 players, at least armor, AK, and a little smattering of utility. Okay, they're just going to armor pistol this up. Okay, doesn't really make much sense. I don't see why Vetten and Godspeed went with that armor pistol buy up in the last round. That was what, $1,000? If they had that, they could have gone for a full proper buy, and it looks like it's going to be a play towards the B-bomb site. Godspeed getting spotted out. Porkin not peeking yet. It's going to fall back down. And there we go. Hoax opening up proceedings. Gets 1 kill. And Forkin is just going to lay waste to the players. Jumping in 1 by 1 from B-shot. It's like shooting fish in a barrel for him. And now in the blink of an eye, it's just Godspeed. 9 HP, 1 CZ, some armor. What can he do? And there we go. Hoax getting the final kill. On to Godspeed, and that's 4 rounds to Team Phoenix. G.Goutfits now with their full proper buy. And Team Phoenix still sticking with the same weaponry. Nope, there we go. Profin upgrading to the AWP makes sense. Torres out with his own op. Now, everyone in chat, I'd like you to turn your attention. No, wait, that's Vetten's op. That's the Dragon Lore. Vetten on G.Goutfits has a Dragon Lore and a Lore Flip Knife. Beautiful. Beautiful weapon, that. That nade, well, not yet gonna do much damage. Everyone's bunched up and connected. They're just shooting bullets left, right, and center. And everyone whom I see playing Overpass is playing the too easy setup early on. And look at Pain. Pain's playing a very smart off angle. But there's 4 players towards the B bomb site, and there's just 1 player, Profin, with the AWP towards A. That is not, well, that is not ideal. And sort of, please stop talking about Counter-Strike. I'll tell you why it was cobblestone every other map, because that is the map in which you get the cobblestone drop. And Valve makes sure that cobblestone is the most played map during the group stages, because it ensures the most viewership, because most of the people watching the majors watch it for the drops. No one, well, very few people actually watch the games. And Forza getting spotted out by Profan. Profan needs to be careful. He should call for a rotation, and indeed it has come. Ray playing the close corner towards Optimus. And Profan opens things up, gets the kill onto Torres. They're all bunched up in WC. There's still no flank coming in. It's either my way or the highway for, well, Team Phoenix. Oh, Predator! Profan, what were you thinking, son? And Ray will lay waste to Godspeed. Hoax gets 2 quick kills. Forkin, wow, it's just decimation of Pain. The only player left without a kill. Ray getting team flashed to the high heavens. And Ray, well, he's dead. Hoax with the final kill, upgrading the AK-47 to the AK-47 stat track, Neon Revolution, or as I like to call it, the Joker's orgy theme. And it is beautiful. And by upgrade, I mean he goes from a default skin to, well, a covert skin. And yes, I have to agree, I'm not a big fan of the Dragon Lore skin myself. I prefer more subtle skins like, well, the Asimov. In the meantime, flashes into B. They're all bunched up outside Monster. There's just one player that's Veteran with the Deagle. And they're all making their way into B. Predator, oh my god, Forkin. That was, what was that spray? Anyway, it's a 2v4. The B defense has been eviscerated, and they're going to lose to pistols. Team Phoenix is going to lose to nothing but pistols and a couple of players with armor. I have seen it all now. Indian CS, best CS. Pain and Profan do bring home the pain, but there is a flank coming in. Will they be expecting it? That is Veteran, but Pain is just going to stick it. Pain's got no chill, and Pain sticks the defuse. Veteran gets spotted out, and oh, Profan with the AWP gets the kill. Alright, 6-1. GO.Goutfits almost sneaking that round past Team Phoenix, but Profan and Pain bring home the bacon. They get the kills, they get the round, and, well, they put Team Phoenix in a very decent position with a 5-round lead, but their money isn't looking that good, having strung together 4 rounds in a row. They need to be, well, sorry, 5 rounds in a row. Just the nades, just being careful. Pain getting early. So they go for this. So Team Phoenix's approach is that we'll go for early map control, then not aggress. And we'll stick to this 3-2 B A split. Now that the buy has come in, GO.Goutfits not really actively seeking too much map control. Finally, Veteran. There we see the Op Dragon lore. That's what I was talking about. And Ray gets the opening kill onto Predator through the smoke. Oh, Ray gets the second through the smoke. Well, somebody whack me already, is what he's trying to say. Ray wasting a Molotov for good measure because, you know, it's party time. He made $600 by getting those 2 kills. Now he's going to waste $600 by throwing that Molotov into a smoke. Parity and equality. That's what we strive for in Indian Counter-Strike. Anyway, it's a 3v5. Bomb is outside Monster. There's 2 players in Monster, 3 players in A. We do see Pain pushing up for some information, but these B defenders are going to come in to some, well, action very soon. Ray, oh my god, swings out wide. Gets 2 kills already on the 4K for the round. Will he go for the ace? Will he go for the ace? No, he won't. Pain will be like, nah bhai nah, ace to na lene du main tujhe. And because, you know, he won't hear the end of it. The bragging rights in the TeamSpeak or Discord server, whichever they're talking on, always belongs to the guy who aces on a buy round, and Pain doesn't want any of that. Steals the ace from Ray, and with that, Team Phoenix, perfect round, that too on a buy round, not losing a single player. That'll do wonders for their economy, as you can already see. Hoax, the poorest of the lot, with $4,100. Everyone else sitting pretty, with an average on the rest of the 4 being around, well, 9K. And now the max loss bonus has been kicking in. Pain taking out Vetten, the only player towards, well, long. And that's the op down. Or one of the ops down. It's a double op on the T side on overpass. I swear, every time I watch Indian CS, I learn something new about a map. Double op, overpass, T side. Alright, alright. If that's what floats your boat. Okay, Torres. Missing a fast flick. Ray just toying with death, toying with his emotions. And now look at where Forkin is. He's just like standing in the middle. He's channeling his inner Sunil Shetty from border, that too. He's like, "Nahi aane dunga, mujhe shakti de ma." And he's just standing there in the middle. Now he positions himself to a better angle. Will they be expecting Forkin to be this far up? I mean, that smoke should be a dead giveaway. Yes, Predator checks the corner, but, well, Forkin was holding a slightly offish angle, but he does get traded. A 1-for-1 trade at this point in time, not ideal, because Torres now finds himself all alone, needs to ace clutch this to get the win. But with 20 seconds left on the clock, I see that highly improbable. I think Torres will just desperately try to cling on to this gun and, shouldn't be looking for fights. And wow. Team Molotov, that's a first. Pain dies. Now they know where Torres is. And, well, Torres is dead. Well, 15. Team Phoenix, G.Goutfits 1. And yes, sort of, they are playing extremely defensive on the T side. That is not how you play the T side on overpass. You need to get in the face of your opponents, but the problem is that G.Goutfits don't have the utility to actually take aggressive map control. They've never had any utility, and that's what's coming to bite them in the ass over and over again. So yes, they need to be more proactive, they need to be more aggressive. They aren't, and that's why they're dying one by one. Finally, I think they have changed up their pace a little bit. Profin, and again, it's the two-man A defense with Forkin chilling out at Dumpster. He will make his way onto the A bomb site, but Pain needs to be careful. He's awfully aggressive. That smoke will fade, and Pain will fade with it. He's gonna take up another offish angle, but Torres right around the corner inside WC. Profin still marking long, needs to be careful. He is exposed. No one's watching that angle for him. No one's watching. Ah, there we go, Forkin. There's a good crossfire. Finally, Forkin is watching the restrooms angle. Everything's covered. But, oh, Profin. Pain. Oh, Pain gets overrun. Forkin can't really go for it. And Profin missing every shot under the sun. Forkin dying as well. And again, the aggression actually this time paying dividends. They move at a lot faster rate. They get aggressive map control. They force the CTs to fall back. And I don't know why the CTs fell back at that point, to be very honest. They didn't really need to. And there we go. Vetten securing the final 2 kills off the round to get it in favor of G.Goutfits. G.Goutfits finally put a round together. And most importantly, they do so at the cost of just 1 player. Phoenix have all the money under the sun to buy up. 3 players are above 10k. Ray just under 10k. They have enough money to buy into this round. No, Saurav, that is a horrible strat against a fully bought CT side, because you're just going to die. Even like half your health is just going to get evaporated by the nades that will come sailing in, the Molotovs that will get put down even before you catch sight of a single CT. So not the best of strats against a fully bought CT. And that's what I'm talking about. You see the 2 early nades up mid, that forces Profin back. But no accompanying flashbang. Profin allowed to do a lot of damage onto Vetten. And again, he's the only defender towards the A bomb side. He's in connect. He's in restrooms. Gets the kill. No trade. There's 2 players moving up long. Profin, what? The what? Doesn't matter. Peeks out, gets 1 kill, but does get traded out. Now the rotation needs to happen towards A. Why is the rotation not happening? Hoax finally making his way back. Yeah, they do, but you have to realize YouTube got magic that in the heat of the moment, you tend to miss certain information. That's why proper communication is so important. You need your teammates to be constantly talking about the positions and calling out the enemy positions and where you think they are. Otherwise, it gets very hectic, right? When you're trying to aim, trying to focus on the fact that, trying to focus on your surroundings, it gets a bit hectic. That's where good communications comes in. There we go. One round, they do the right thing, and then, well, they fall off. Poor flashbang. That's going to invite the Molotovs, and the rotation is coming in, but it's going to be held off by the utility. The bomb should be allowed to go down. Forza, wow, Hoax peeks out. There's a huge gap in that smoke. Clearly, the team's not practicing the map enough. Torres gets, well, the kill, but now Ray is on the flank. He's on the backstab. The stabby in the back. Torres gets pain. But Ray, ready, and dead is Predator. Now it'll all come down to Torres, who does find Forkin. Now he knows exactly where Ray is, and he does have the weapon advantage, the range advantage with the AWP. And Ray's just going to stick it. He's got balls of steel, this boy. Got balls of steel, and he's just going to stick it. And Torres is like, nah, bhai, nah, match chala. Sorry. Backs off, lives to fight another day, and most importantly, still holds on to that AWP. He should be dropping an AK over towards Forza, because Forza is looking awfully poor at $3,200. And no, Abhishek. No, they're not. Not at all. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. Anyway, Phoenix just bouncing right back after that one-round loss, resetting their opponents, but because GO.Goutfits were able to see off the previous round. And why does Torres not drop that, drop an AK over to his teammate? He has $3,000. Forza with the Galil. See, this is what pisses me off. If Torres had dropped the AK over towards Forza, they could have had a proper buy. Now, Profan is isolated towards long. Horrible CT side setups, but Profan will get the opening kill and lives to fight another day, gets another kill. What is happening? They're just trickling in one by one and dying. This is extremely poor T-sided Counter-Strike coming out from GO.Goutfits. It's not, I can't call them GO.Goutfits. They're playing like Goutfits. They're playing like 80-year-old grannies with gout. Not moving properly, not aiming properly, just completely and utterly. Bleh. Anyway, Porkin finds Predator. Benzo, right about now, that would be my answer as well. Yes, Forza does get taken down. Pain does get taken down by Forza, but it is a 3v2, and Forza is internally bleeding with 12 health. Forkin can easily get the kill onto Forza. Indeed, he does. That's going to leave Torres yet again in a 1v3. This time, he doesn't even have the HP to work with. Prakhar ESL, Entity has qualified. By the way, for those of you in chat, if you're in Delhi and will be in Delhi during the weekend of the 15th to the 17th of December, that is the Comic-Con weekend, come to the NSIC exhibition grounds in Okhla. That is where Comic-Con is being held, and that is where the final LAN of ESL Winter will be taking place, featuring teams like 2EZ Gaming, Entity Esports, JMD Gaming, Semper, X, you name it, they'll be there. And, well, please to come, please to join. Exactly, Saurav, exactly. That is what I've been saying. They are peaking one by one, not peaking as a team and dying, and Torres somehow will manage to hold on to his AWP. 10-2, 10-2. This has been, I was hoping for a more closely contested game, but then again, GO.Goutfits do have a pretty decent CT side on Overpass. But yeah, hopefully they'll be able to bring the magic on the CT side. Definitely their T side needs more work. Now it's just going to be Torres with the op, and they'll need to wait for Torres to open things up with that up. And it looks, look at the CT side. It's not like they're doing anything special. They're just holding their angles and winning the duels. It's not like they're playing some scintillating and excellent Counter-Strike. It's pretty straightforward Overpass CT side setups, nothing special. And I know I sound harsh and maybe a little bit mean, but that's just how I see it. It's nothing special, guys. You should be able to pretty easily overcome such a CT side setup. It's very passive. There's no aggression to speak of. They're all playing from the sides. Just one player who you would call is in an aggressive position is Pain, that towards the back of WC or restrooms. And Vetten gets spotted out. Pain prematurely evacuating a few shots. Sees the shadow. His team, oh my god, Pain just completely blind and still managing to get the kill. Vetten around the corner. Pain just bringing the pain, bringing home the bacon. Profan gets one kill. Wow, Torres missing that shot. Profan spots out another, and that's going to be the full house of frags being shared between Profan, who got 2 kills on 2 HP, and 3 for Profan, 2 for Pain. Let's bring home the round, and Phoenix with that move on to 11. And yeah, hopefully. Savage Q, the winter finale will be taking place at the NSIC exhibition grounds in Okla, in Delhi, on the 15th to the 17th. And finally a bye. Predator, well, sorry, Profan rattles off a shot. That Molotov will get extinguished. Oh, fucking good night, Irene. And they're going to just walk into the site. They will get taken down, but Ray still holding the line, does die. And, well, the trades are coming in fast and loose, but Godspeed and Predator both pretty low. 2 hits each, and they are down for the count. And the retake is going to happen from, well, up close and personal. The trade, again, a bit slow to come in and not double peek, but Pain gets 1 kill. That's bomb down as well. Oh, Pain getting stuck in the geometry of the map. Unfortunate. The plant. It is not a fake plant. It is a full proper plant. And Pain. He's been doing it round after round. Can he do it again? Oh, the timing just not in his favor. Should spot out that flashbang. Should know where where Predator is playing from. But Predator is on the long way around. And Pain's just going to stick it. And this time, I don't think Predator will be caught off guard. Oh god, that horrible smoke though. Predator coming around. They were panicking. Coming around the corner, pre-firing, unable to get the AWP. Final round of the first half. Well, Team Phoenix should have no issues buying. They have money for days, at least enough for this round. Forkin can drop an op over for Profan. And indeed, that is what's going to happen. Profan should be dropping an M4 over towards his teammate Forkin. Does not matter. He doesn't need it. Good utility count. Weapons across the board. And GO.Goutfits actually the one suffering because it came down to a 1v1 the previous round. Yes, you should say that you're Cuscus, dude. I'll remember you. And fast play, fast play. Why aren't my buttons pressing on the keyboard? Doesn't matter. Profan in connector. Oh, missing the shot. Getting chased down. Tries the no scope. Does get taken down. That's the A defense crumbling rather fast. But Forkin has made his way over towards Optimus. No need to commit yet. And Forkin in the little hidey hole, in the little cubby. They're going to just line up for him. Forkin getting 2 kills. Finally, the trade coming in. But Ray, that has allowed him to rotate. Spots out Predator, decapitates him with the utmost of ease. And now it's Forza in a 1v2. Forza wants to go for that early kill, that trade, so that he can bring it to a 1v1. Not really committing yet to the plant. Making his way downstairs to the bank. And Ray's watching this. And Ray will shut things down. Gets the brace for that round. So does Forkin. And with that, Team Phoenix and the CT side with an emphatic 12 rounds. And GO.Goutfits languishing at 3. They really need this pistol round on the CT side to start things off on the right foot. Otherwise, they're in for a world of hurt and trouble. Wow. Well. Team Phoenix 12. Goutfits 3. Or GO.Goutfits. Let's just call them GO.Goutfits. Good aggression already from GO.Goutfits. We do see the boost play. The SK boost, as we now like to call it. And it is going to be the out-and-out B play. Not really spotting for the SK boost. Has been spotted out. 1-for-1 trade. But that's the B bomb site right for the taking. In the meantime, Godspeed from Connector. What a shot onto Ray. And Hoax missing everything. Please aim, son. Aim, child. Torres gets Forkin. Hoax so very low. Will get the kill finally. Bomb does get planted. It's a 2v3 retake situation. Not ideal. Forza with the kit. Hoax on 6 HP. And dead. Hoax on 6 HP. Forza gonna stick the defuse while Vetten tries to, buy him time. Doesn't matter. Bomb has been defused and GO.Goutfits picking up the much needed pistol round. No, ESL India, I do not openly support Team Phoenix. There is only one team I support, and that is, you've got the magic, and you know, it's NIP, NIP Magic all the way. NIP Magic. Alright, the bomb gets planted, so it's just going to be upgraded pistols. Wasted flashbang, because I think Payne dropped it with blocked it with his butt. Torres is going to get overwhelmed though, and now Vetten is going to spray and pray, misses everything. Should have seen Ray crossing over to the close side, but then shoulda, woulda, coulda. No, he didn't. They're dead. 2-man advantage, and they're losing to pistols. Why am I not surprised? Why does this not surprise me in the least bit? TMG is no longer a team, da. ESL India. Predator getting taken down to 4 HP. 4 HP Ray. That flashbang won't bother him at all. It's a 4v3 with Predator on his last breath. Forza does find Forkin, but that was the lurk over towards the B-bomb site. And Godspeed finds Profan. They're trickling in one by one. They're giving up their advantage. Unfortunate that they could have actually won this round. Doesn't matter now. Godspeed does get the kill. That's Ray with the P250. Gets the kill, but Predator somehow managing. That was a messy round. And G.Goutfits do actually a good job of clinging on. But, I mean, well, you know, Team Phoenix could have actually just bum rushed the A-bomb site at one point and come away with the round with the shots that they were hitting. Well, they don't do that. And the extra kills does allow them to invest a little more heavily into some utility for this round, along with the AKs and the armor. So they are going to have a superior buy compared to G.Goutfits, just in terms of the sheer firepower that they'll bring to the round. And what do they do with that firepower in that range? Obviously, they'll go towards B and not contest for map control. None of this surprises me anymore even. I am just so done. Mark my words, somehow they'll still manage to win this. Oh yeah, they had one M4. What happened? Look at that. Vetten with the backstab. Like I said, you don't go for map control, you start leaking from everywhere. This is why my head hurts when I watch most Indian teams play overpass. It is just so sad. The heaven smoke. The smoke for danger. It is going to be a B hit. The kill onto their, well, luck. And to force their hand. And wow. 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 Forkin gets 2 kills. Now brings it down to a 1v1. And I mean, Vetten spotted the bomb. He doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to do shit. Quite literally, just stay there. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's all down to Forkin to make a play. Oh, the timing. And the timing again. Forkin should just fake plant this. He should fake plant this. Could have baited out the player, but then deciding to go for the plant. Vetten making his way up. I wouldn't be surprised if Forkin wins this round. Shows his hand. And he's dead. Finally, Vetten does get the clutch. 2 kills for him. And Vetten with the master lurk. And G.Goutfits is comeback Israel. Maybe comeback Israel, you know, as they say in matchmaking. Maybe the comeback is real. You never know. The deficit down from, well, 12-3 to 12-6. Just 6 rounds now from 9. So, you never know what might happen. This is Indian Counter-Strike. Well, Prakhar, there's a good 1-round delay between the cast and the stream. Alright. Armor pistol time. They leave Torres in connector. He can come in with a quick flank, but the flank might get flanked by Hoax himself. Or Profan will just CZ him in the nuts and get him and completely dead him. Anyway, Veteran with a cheeky boost. That's nice. I like seeing some innovative plays coming out from Indian teams. This is a good, decent boost, but he is exposed from long. Needs someone marking long. If they were playing passive towards A, I'd suggest one player marks long and then you go for this boost to mark towards short. Because the bulk of the hit, it is going to be a split A play. They'll come in from long and short. And there we go. Profin does get taken down. Godspeed find Hoax. Two players going down rather quickly. Bomb getting retrieved. Should be getting planted any time now. It is getting planted for restrooms. Fake plant coming in. Good flashbang. Should allow Forza to move up and Predator. Oh, nice shot from Forkin. Now that leaves Predator in a 1v2. This is a sticky situation to be in. Ray is going to stick the plant. Predator makes his way slowly but surely towards clearing out washrooms. Ray spots out Predator. He's still on the site with the Deagle, the Shadow. The Shadow is going to give him away. Predator, he's trying to isolate the other player. Knows where one is. Doesn't need to worry about that. Gets the kill. But now it's coming down to Forkin. Forkin doesn't, excuse me, have that much HP either. He's down to 30. All he needs to do is time his peak. Yes, gets Predator off the defuse, but doesn't need to peak yet. Oh, Predator. Nice play from him. Has enough time to stick the defuse as well. And GO.Goutfits just keep marching on. 7-12 now is the score. Team Phoenix have enough money for the buy, and again they've been looking rather lost on their T side. The thing is, they've been doing so much economic damage onto GO.Goutfits, even on their eco rounds, that just one round win, and they can reset GO.Goutfits and cause them a lot of economic trouble. Good Molotov to stop the early B shot plays, and they're gonna go rushing towards short. And see, they're getting short control, but then they're not doing much with it. This time they do send two players over towards playground, and Payne opens up proceedings with the first kill onto Predator. Completely blinded their Payne by that. Oh, Veteran's gonna come pushing, and Hoax should be ready. Hoax is ready, and that's a two-man advantage. That's what happens when you push without backup. Two-man advantage, two-man to the good here. Team Phoenix looking good on this round. Finally, their gun round working out, at least for the time being. Wakas, if EA made CSGO, firstly, it would cost 4,500 rupees, and then you'd have to pay to play with the AK-47 after buying the full game, and then come the skins. So yeah, good luck with that. Ooh, Forkin missing a sitter. And that's the lurk. Ray biting the dust. That's gonna, well, force the CTs, and they're just, Ts are just gonna go and trickling in one by one, not going for the trades. They're just dying. Ah, Forkin, my god, this is so painful to watch. This is so painful to watch. I'm triggered. Again, it comes down to a 1v1, and again, somehow, Team Phoenix throw away a two-man advantage. There are days I wish migraines were easier to manage. This is one of those days. Armor pistol coming out. Torres doesn't spot out anyone yet. Now he should have seen those two players. Peeks out, gets Forkin. Profin with the immediate trade. Can we see finally a fast play? Hoax switching his attention to the back. That pop flash doesn't catch anybody, but he'll still get the kill onto Veteran. They should have heard that reload. They know there's one player on Optimus. They've recovered the AWP. It's on Ray. He's marking the backstab. There's no one coming that way whatsoever. Yash, that's not how you spell diarrhea, by the way. At least if you're going to insult the caster, be proper, mate. Anyway, God's Forza sticking the diffuse through the... Oh, finally Ray gets the kill. And Team Phoenix pick up their first round on the T side. Wow. Wow. And yet, Yash, here you are watching a CSGO stream while you could have been playing your RNGesus game called PUBG, which, by the way, is trash. Anywho, 13-8 GO.Goutfits. Like I said, they've been losing so many players so consistently, and every round I think they've not had more than 2 players surviving in the rounds that they've won. Yep, they've not had more than 2 players surviving. Their money is wrecked. They have to go for an eco. This should be the time when GO.Goutfits, Team Phoenix just go for a fast play towards the A bomb site. But again, it's going to be the same setup. Same setup towards the B bomb site. This is getting dated. Yes, CSGO flawless. Yes, that is very true. Anyway, Hoax will get Predator. Forkin down to 2 HP. In the meantime, Profin will find Vetin. It looks like they might be rerouting themselves to the A bomb site. Indeed, they shall. They've left 1 player, that's Pain, to lurk towards Connector. And Torres needs to be careful. He could just be walking out to his death. Does get grazed in the shoulder by the bullet. Pain trying to figure out how those work. The crisscross smokes and wow. It's like wow. Even Profin's wondering, bhai ye kya smokes hai? Kahan dale bhai? Lineup sahi kiya tha kya? And clearly they don't know the lineups. Pain does find 1 kill, but he's getting chased, needs to be careful. Alright, Pain spots out 1 player. Forkin finds Torres, and Pain taking his time, but it is Hoax who gets the final kill. I have around 800 hours in PUBG, and I don't like the game. I don't like games based off of randomness. I was top 100 SEA FPP in the previous season. So, not really trash at the game, I just don't like it. That is possible, you know. I don't like the randomness. Alright. This time, I like the change up from Team Phoenix that they're doing this round. They've moved on to 14 rounds. Slowly but surely, they're inching their way up towards restrooms. And Torres. See, again, very passive plays coming out from GO.Goutfits. And they've gone for a very 4C buy. Just armor, no utility, no kit. FAMAS's 1 M4. Not ideal at all. And I like what Torres is doing this time. He's pushing out mid-round, 1 minute left on the clock. Profin should spot him out. Profin, what is he doing? Profin does do a lot of damage there, Torres, but not really able to seal the deal, get the kill. Oh, they don't check for Vetin. He goes unchallenged. And Vetin, ideally poised to come in with a backstab, does get the kill on a Hoax. And they look clueless as to where Vetin is operating from. But finally, Pain gets the kill. Ray finds Forza, and that's just going to leave Predator, who does spot Profin, who's so very low. And, oh my god, Predator lining them up, gets 2 kills. And there's just 9 seconds left on the clock. Pain does have enough time to go stick the plant, but Predator should use this time to close the distance. And Pain spots out where Predator is playing from. He doesn't need to challenge. It's planted for him. He can just fall back. But no, misplays are the order and the need of the day. What Predator lost the bomb there. Doesn't have a kit, but ample time. And yeah, Payne misplaying that towards the end there, and G.Goutfits able to win a round back, recovering the AWP as well. Well, Team Phoenix have enough money to buy into this round, no problem. Again, it's going to be G.Goutfits who will have to stretch their buy. Exactly, CSGO Flawless. Exactly what I was trying to say. Doesn't need to take that fight. All he needs to do is fall back in towards Bank. And Hoax just giving up his life. An unnecessary aggression. It's a 4v5 for the time being, because Hoax decided that he'd had enough of this game and he's going to go fast in towards the B bomb site. No trades whatsoever. I doubt Adi is watching this. Adi is in Mumbai. He's having a good time. He's probably playing PUBG. And now it's going to be time for the consolidated B hit. Godspeed with the MP9. And Profan burning Veteran alive. Wow. Pulls back the man advantage. The smokes come raining in, so do the flashes. Godspeed. But here's the thing, they're not taking advantage of these flashbangs. Oh, Forza getting completely and utterly caught off guard. Godspeed now the only defender over towards the B bomb site. That too with an MP9. Predator from Heaven does get one kill. Sorry, Predator from Danger. And Godspeed with the MP9 chiming in with the kill. Now it's a 3v2. What are Team Phoenix doing? Who's watching the angles? Jesus. It's a 2v3. Both players playing from B short. No one's taking the defuse yet. All three players have a kit. They don't need to worry about that. And the double peek now. Oh my god. I'm sorry if I feel like crying. I genuinely feel like crying. 14-10. Wow. Okay. So when you're playing Overpass, okay, dear viewers, do me a favor and don't play like this. The CT side's okay. It's very passive, but for the kind of play that Team Phoenix are doing is fairly predictable. They're not really using map control. They're not really going for much in terms of fakes or double fakes or even using utility. They have a ton of utility. They don't use it for early map control or to get the early picks. They're just way too passive in my opinion. Hoax just jump spotting towards B short. It's a smart way to check for the boost. Oh, Predator instead now is marking towards connector, I think. And now they have fallen back. Torres, aggressive with the AWP up long. Down goes Veteran. Does do some damage. And Torres, Profan, they have the man advantage. Now, here's the thing. What are you going to do with it? You know, you can use it to feed a string of misinformation to make your take of the A bomb site much easier, but they don't do that, right? Torres still with the op. They're going to face him one by one. I'm pretty sure they can just pounce on him. He's all out in the open, but they don't really capitalize in that small window of opportunity. Torres again allowed to reposition, but he's blind as a bat. Flashes, Molotovs, everything raining in on him. He's going to try and make his way towards safety and will manage to get towards his relatively safe position. But he can get peeked from both sides now. It's a 2v4. They should not be losing this here, Team Phoenix. They should be match and map point for them. Torres a bit too slow on that peak, a bit too sluggish. And Ray will come out waltzing into Death's open arms. Forza now with it all to do. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. 3 players to find, not anyone to distract for him. Knows where Profan is. And Forza's just going to take that AWP and book it. They don't have money. Oh, well, getting stuck on the geometry. Forza, he loves playing Forza Horizon 3. Now he's going to channel his favorite supercar, rev it into 6th gear, and get the F out of there. Indeed he does. YouTube got magic. You don't need a lurk every round, especially on a map like Overpass. If you've got connector control, as long as you've gotten map control, you need one person to watch the backstab, not necessarily a lurk to cut off rotations, because the rotations on Overpass are fairly straightforward for the CTs and the Ts. So depending on your map control, you need to decide whether you want to lurk or not. All right. Wow. What the hell? How? Torres, the op. Falcon, seeing chunks of his meat flying out like that will be extremely disconcerting. And Ray will get Predator. It is a 3v3. Somehow it's a 3v3, but with Falcon 21 HP, Ray on 60, it's not looking good for Team Phoenix. It is match and map point. And Forza, but the FAMAS and Falcon slow, so very low. Forza playing it very smart. He's aggressing instead of falling back, looking for the information, getting the kill and falling back. Exceptionally smart play from Forza. And look at that, Godspeed with the 5-7. Falls back into waters. Should have been heard. That should have been heard, and the message should have been relayed. Where's the cover, mate? Where's the cover? And with that, G.Goutfits win that round. And Team Phoenix might be feeling the economic pinch a little bit. Yes, indeed they are. Ray on $2,000. Everyone else can actually buy up, but they should... They're going to go for the smart economic choice here. They're going to just have an economy normalizing buy. They're not going to invest too heavily into this round. And maybe, just maybe, they'll end up killing 4 players and losing the round, because that's just how these things have gone. Yash Entity's game will be on land, and Torres getting caught out. He gets 1 kill, draws the pistol, does get traded. Now Predator getting multi-peaked, will try and make his way to safety. That's the flashbang for good effect. Molotov to delay the push, and they're going to stand in the Molotov, and 2 players sacrificing themselves to the good Lord Holika. In the meantime, Hoax getting shut down by Veteran Deagle to the face, instant facial reconstruction surgery, but they have managed to recover the AWP. The bomb is still with Pain. And, well, there's 3 players left to find for him. Forza still chilling in the site. 2 people towards A, 1 towards B, and Forza hears Pain, but Pain with the AWP. Well, he's going to bring the Pain. Does he not know where the bomb site starts? There we go. Finds out where that is. Will fall back. Should just isolate the 1v1s. In fact... Godspeed should wait for his teammate. He does do that. They've been doing this pretty well, G.Goutfits. They've not been given... They're not giving the, well, 1v1s in post-plants at least. They have peaked together. That is some credit to them. And Pain just looking away at the wrong time. Well. Unfortunate there, the timing not working out for him, but at least they get the bomb down. That's going to be extra $800 for them to take into the 28th round. They should have enough money on every player to at least get armor, AK-47, and 4 players will be stacked to the teeth with nades. Stacked to the teeth with nades. Come on. Nades. T-side. Thank you. Still leaving 800, 600, I don't know. I give up. But yeah, 15 to 12, Team Phoenix, allowing G.Goutfits to come into touching distance. of a victory, and it looks like it's going to be a Sukabliat rush. Be my friend. They're going to run through the Molotov. That nade's not really going to do anything, but they're still going to die one by one because they're going to try and fade away into the smoke. 2 players dead, 3 players left to find. They don't commit to it. You half-ass something as important as this and you will get punished. And indeed they are. Veteran still alive and kicking. Forza very low, 5 HP, but Pain, Hoax, Forkin, they're all internally bleeding. Trying to get the bomb down somehow. The smokes and the flashes do come in. They're trying to make their way to safety. They do get okay post plants, I guess, but what the hell was that? And now Forkin, 5 health against 4 very heavily armored, and he's dead. He's burnt. There we go. Self-immolation. Death by fire. Burning in hell. However you put it, that has happened. The defuse has been stuck. 4 players staying alive for GO.Goutfits. And ladies and gentlemen, may I dare say it, it looks like we might just be going into overtime. Wow. Team Phoenix leaving some money in the bank for the final round. Not Ray though, not Ray. But they are going to get $2,900. They should be able to win. And Predator gets 1, gets 2. He's just lining them up. Veteran gets Profan. Finally, a shutdown round. Veteran the 9 HP. Hoax. Oh, the timing sneaks in just in the nick of time. And sneaks past Predator. But he's going to walk back into the open arms of death. But what? Forza kills Veteran with the... What? Alright, 15 to 14, we're going into the final round. And we might be seeing overtime. Given the way Team Phoenix have been playing the T side, dear viewers, I think we'll be here for a while. Profan. What is that smoke? I don't even know. That's from the CTs. I really don't know. Veteran with the AWP. Spots out 1. Missing the shot. Missing another. GG. Missing another. Okay. So many misses. That's not going to fly. And they're getting overrun towards the B bomb site. Finally paying some dividends, but no one there to kill Godspeed. Godspeed still alive. Still doing damage. Finally he's dead. Now the rotations are coming in. Both players coming in from, well, danger. It's a 4v2 retake situation. This should not be going GO.Goutfits way. GO.Goutfits have fought long, they fought hard, but Hoax will get the kill and paying with the final kill. Oh my god, finally Team Phoenix see off this game 14 to 16. I cannot say it has been a smooth game, but finally it is over. Thankfully it is over. But whatever, GO.Goutfits with a commendable comeback on the CT side, almost taking it to overtime, but Team Phoenix proving to be just a little too, well, overbearing towards the final round there. Well, it's GG well played, 16 to 14 it ends. And guys, please do drop a like, drop a subscribe. ESL India, they're doing a phenomenal job for Indian esports. So please do extend that amount of support by subscribing and liking their streams. Alright guys, that's been all from my side. I hope you guys have a fantastic Sunday night. This is Fett signing off.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. And finally, finally, that Counter-Strike game has Team Phoenix securing that victory for themselves and another maybe higher spot for themselves on the leaderboard. If you guys have missed out on any games and want to check them out, you can head out to our ESL India YouTube channel. You can even subscribe to us to get a notification when we come live to you every day from 6:30 p.m. IST with all the games from the ESL India Premiership. The event is live for the Comic-Con and the ESL India Grand Finale that's going to be happening in Delhi from 15th to 17th. If you haven't already checked it out, you can go to our Facebook page and find all the event details over there. This event is brought to you by owned by HP, Zyber, BenQ, HyperX, and Tel, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. Don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up next, we have Dota 2 for you all. To the final day of the ESL India Premiership, the final phase of December, and the final game of today is going to be Dota 2 for you folks, and we're going to have Nefarious going up against Reckoning Esports. Now these two teams have been 3rd and 4th on the leaderboard. Nefarious is a team from Delhi and have been playing together for some time. They entered the ESL India Premiership in the October phase Starter Cup. Over there they secured the 2nd place and opened for them the Challenger League phase for themselves. Over there, after performing a respectable performance, they were given an opening into the Masters League. As of now, they sit 3rd on the leaderboard and they're going up against Reckoning Esports. Now, Reckoning Esports is a team based out of Mumbai, but their players are distributed all around India. They are former players of JMD, Stand and Fire, White Unicorn, and another team. As of now, they sit 4th on the leaderboard with 2 wins and 2 losses to their name. So let's see how this game is going to go as we head into it with our casters from AFK Gaming, and after that we will come to an end, finally, to the ESL India Premiership.
shake. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. My name is Vivek and you're watching Nefarious take on Reckoning Esports. Now, Reckoning Esports is different from Reckoning Infinity. Yesterday, Reckoning Infinity took on Nefarious and it was one close game. But ultimately, I think the Shadow Fiend was just too strong and Nefarious just pulled ahead on the back of that. But Reckoning Esports, a lot of familiar names. Khan's being one of them. One of the more prominent offlaners that's come to the Indian scene of late. You got Avarisha as well, who, along with Khans, have been around for a long time, long enough for Nefarious to start banning offlaners first. They banned out the Beastmaster, they banned out the Underlord. It seems as if they've come prepared into this one. They know what Khans is all about. And I have seen a couple of teams in the past just ban out Khans altogether. It seemed to be what Nefarious are doing. And their last ban is going to be the Shadow Demon. So no Shadow Demon Luna, none of that nonsense for us. They're going to play like gentlemen today. They're not going to rat or any of that. Whatever. Tomfoolery. Tomfoolery that did win the team and international. But hey, who likes ratting, honestly? Reckoning, little more standard bans. Are going to ban out the Night Stalker. Just ensure that they have some vision going for themselves. Also going to ban out the Viper. Viper, I mean, just painful to deal with. I'm actually disgusted at how mainstream Viper has become. I am disgusted at how often teams have started picking him. There's a time nobody used to pick Viper, not too long ago. But yeah, I mean, now he's something you got to account for every time you draft and every time you play. Nefarious, they're going to pick up the next decent 4. Common hero to open your draft with. The others, I mean, the other heroes that are quite common are the Winter Wyvern or heck, even the Earth Spirit. I like this pickup. We don't see it too often in the Indian scene. We did see an Earth Spirit yesterday, but yeah, it's good news that more and more teams are looking towards the Earth Spirit. Evil Ash should definitely have some competition this time at the Masters LAN finale. There's more than one Earth Spirit. Heck, if I remember correctly, the last time I saw Earth Spirit get picked up in the ESL India Premiership was in the previous winter phase LAN. And we've come a full circle. They do pick up the Brewmaster. This is probably going to be Khan's playing the Brewmaster in the offlane. While Nefarious are going to respond and pick up the Bane immediately. Like the Bane pickup, Nightmare is absolutely reliable setup for that Impale, just in case you need any. And it's also going to ensure that you have the Fiend's Grip that's going to help control the Brewmaster and make sure that he doesn't get that primal split off. You could also look at lining up something like a Mirana or an Invoker and have a easy setup for Sunstrikes across the map with the Nightmare. Reckoning, they're going to ban out the Gyrocopter, who's hot stuff right now. Teams have more and more decided to pick up the Gyrocopter and do run him a fair bit in the safe lane. Nefarious, what are they looking to remove? I mean, they're probably... there's no point banning offlaners anymore, so they're probably going to ban mid laners supports that they don't like playing against, and the Winter Wyvern gets banned out. I mean, okay. 2 5 positions get banned out, both the Shadow Demon and the Winter Wyvern, both of whom do have some means of keeping allies alive through the Disruption and the Cold Embrace. Maybe Nefarious have had some experience with the Reckoning where they've been known to basically kite you around and draw out these fights with the defensive disruptions and Cold Embraces. Reckoning, they're going to ban out the Luna. Not sure why, but okay. And Nefarious is going to ban out the Jakiro. Strong 5 position. They're basically trying to narrow down. what Reckoning can look for in the 5 position. I mean, after the Jaquito and the Winter Wyvern being banned out, you got Shadow Shaman, you got Disruptor, and you also got the Rubik. They're going to pick up the Rubik on the side of Reckoning Esports, and why not? I mean, Fiend's Grip, theoretically the easiest spell to steal. And Nefarious is not a fear in the world. They're going to pick up the Tyrant into this Rubik. Now, the Ravage does have a bigger AoE, but when you are somewhat on the periphery of that AoE, the Ravage does have a travel time of sorts. It's not instantaneous, and you can still steal the Ravage. I've seen teams do it in the past, and all that this Rubik has to do is just be a little far away. It's somewhat understandable that he might even end up eating the Ravage, but he should still be able to steal it. Reckoning the looking for a safe laner that does well versus the Tide. You got the Monkey King, you got the Razor, you got Ursa. Not a fan of the lifesteal. I prefer the Monkey King or the Ursa, but they're going to pick up the Venge. So they want some push coming out from their one position. It's going to be the Vengeful Spirit that's going to be helping them do that. And Nefarious are going to pick up the Morphling themselves. Many thought that the change to Morph itself would make her imbalanced. This might also be one of the strange games where we see Rubik steal Morph, and then Rubik morphs into another hero. I'm expecting a lot of clowny stuff from this game.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, Rubik. Made him a Christian bugger. But yeah, Rubik's even got the attribute shift to steal, so he could even go full strength if he wants to, and then that offensive null feeder is even going. I mean, is going to do better. Nefarious are going to ban out the Shadow Fiend. I don't blame them, but what I think they missed out is that by Reckoning Esports, Reckoning Esports banned out the puck.
5 seconds remaining.
Nefarious looking at a TA here. I sense that Reckoning could pick up the Templar Assassin if they want to. Or you just do what most teams do, most Indian teams do in the mid lane. When you don't know what you're looking for, just default and pick up the Queen of Pain. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a Queen of Pain pickup. Huh. Not too much thought behind that, but they're going to pick up the Queen. Let's take a look at what's in the pool. You got Tinker, you got the TA, you got Razor.
5 seconds remaining.
But Razor doesn't do well versus the Morph, then I don't know. I was just thinking of the TA because there's a Vengeful Spirit, and there's a little bit of synergy between both those heroes. If they're looking to push a little bit more, they could pick up the Dragon Knight. If they wanted to throw a complete curveball, they could pick up something like the Medusa. A lot of options if Reckoning Esports. It's going to boil down to preference at the end of it all. Okay, they're going to go with the Invoker. I mean, when you look at it, the trial lane is really strong now. The Venge, the Rubik, and maybe the Earth Spirit every now and then. There's a lot with which this Invoker has to work with in terms of Sunstrike setup. A lot of setup for him. Khan's in the off lane is... I think he's going to be okay. But with early points into the Drunken Haze, I mean, it's going to do somewhat okay.
10 seconds remaining.
The Tide needs to be a little careful though.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, Cop versus Invoker, it's not going to be an easy lane for the Invoker. This should be a lane that naturally leans towards the Queen of Pain, but it is going to boil down to individual skill to some extent. One thing though, on the side of Nefarious is they haven't got any sieging potential. An interesting mechanic that might come into play on the side of Reckoning is the Earth Panda with his passive. Hold on. The Earth Panda with his passive and maybe Invoker throwing in the Alacrity on top of that, they could be taking buildings really quickly. So yeah, Reckoning doing I mean, this is something that Wings Gaming did a long time ago. And it seems as if Reckoning are trying to do the same here. Okay. My Dota's bugged out. I have to restart and reconnect. Okay, apologies folks. I'm gonna quickly just get back into the game. Dota tends to do this every now and then. Okay. Okay, seems like we have a disconnect, so we haven't missed too much. Anyway, that's gonna give me a little bit of time to quickly run through the lineups for the side of Reckoning. We've got Dot, who's going to be playing the Invoker. Khan's going to be playing the Panda, heading to the offlane. Paradox playing that Earth Spirit. Rubik going to be played by Kylo Ren. There he is. Avarisha going to be playing that Vengeful Spirit in the safe lane. On the other side of the river, for Nefarious, we've got K Thanks By playing the Bane. Lips of an Angel going to be playing the Nyx Assassin. I'll be heading to the mid lane on the Queen of Pain. Blaze playing the Tide Hunter. And ATP playing that Morphling. But yeah, an interesting mechanic that I don't think Nefarious have accounted for is how the Earth Panda, coupled up with the Alacrity on top of him, can very easily take towers and structures. And I was talking, Wings used to do this a while ago. They've done it a couple of times. It's a cheese strat. It can work. It becomes a problem when there's heavy physical damage that can deal with the Earth Panda himself. And maybe later on in this game, the Morphling is going to have some answers in that department. For now, both teams have a heavy team fight. And all these great spells to steal. It's going to be a fun game to be a Rubik. I mean, this could be one of those games where you see a standout performance from Kylo Ren on the Rubik. Blaze, just checking if his taunt still works. Avarisha, early Blightstone here. Just trying to dish out as much early damage as possible. I did hear a Sunstrike. Not entirely sure where it hit, but thought I heard a Sunstrike. Tidehunter gets the ward down to the side. Does it block the camp? No, it barely, it somewhat does block the camp. Okay, and they're going to get a D-ward. Good stuff coming up from Reckoning. Tide's not going to have a fun time in lane. Khan's pretty much drops a similar ward here. Now, are we looking at any D-ward just hit on the side of Nefarious? Looks like, yeah, the Nyx has that sentry. They've also dropped a sentry early on in the mid lane. It is possible that they got a D-ward themselves. Khan's just trying to protect that ward of his. Nightmare. Lips of an Angel making his way over. Anyway, both teams get off to a peaceful start. 2 bounty runes apiece. The only advantage that the Invokers working with in the mid lane is that the Earth Spirit somewhat got a block off. It's quite a significant block actually. I mean, now Abhi's gonna hit up into the high ground. Paradox with that rolling boulder, just asserting dominance in the mid lane. Okay, this isn't gonna be easy. Nightmare, Impale, Khan still has that skill point, has the boots. He's gonna run away. So no early stout shield. He's gone for the boots instead. With that extra movement speed. And yeah, Abhi just making life hell for the Invoker, who's been forced to man fight early on. The Sunstrike connected, but Abhi not too bothered. Just stood his ground and PW and the Invoker. First blood going the way of Nefarious. Quap starting off with an advantage in this lane. I mean, the Invoker's gotta somehow find a way to recover. It's probably going to be through early kills. And with the Venture Split and the Rubik, they should be looking for an early kill onto the Tide Hunter. If you look at both safe lanes, Nefarious, they've done a better job than Reckoning as far as creep equilibrium. Avaricious Wave is pushing in. This means that Blaze is going to get some easy EXP. Khans is still level 1 while Blaze is, well, getting closer and closer to his level 3. So something's gone horribly wrong on this safe lane for Reckoning Infinity. Yeah, and Blaze is even gonna have a cam to work with. But they're gonna go in. They've got the magic missile, Kylo Ren with the telekinesis, the rolling boulder elsewhere. Paradox not yet level 2. And just TP's back to his tier 1 tower. Slight misplays here and there by the side of Reckoning Esports. Mid lane, the Lips of an Angel. He's walked in. Dot doesn't have the point in Vex. The Ghost Walk not available. And Nabi scores another kill on the Invoker. Two O's the score. Reckoning. I mean, I don't know, if you're Reckoning, you've got to be a little worried. You do not want to take this game extremely late. The Muffling is almost always going to scale better than the Vengeful Spirit. And okay, Casual Impale. But yeah, the Muffling, better late game any day over a Vengeful Spirit. And Reckoning, they're possibly hoping to have a good start in this early game, but they've not had one so far. They lost the Invoker twice. The Tide is getting a lot from his lane so far. And he's even doing the backstroke here on full display. Abhi, mid lane, blinks in. This time, he's really pushing his luck. I mean, Dot is just going to show him who's boss. But Abhi's still forcing the issue. Now, it's only 1 point in the Scream. I'm not sure how we hope to secure that kill, but top lane, Impale's on point. The Brain Sap is there, and ADP with the waveform secures the kill. Reckoning getting run over in this early game. I mean, it's not just the kill score. If you take a look at the last hits as well, Abhi's won the mid lane and half. The Earth Spirit hasn't done too much to help out the Invoker. Now they rotated the Rubik. Oh, Abhi. Right, take a check for the power up at the top lane. But it's on the bottom half of the river. And Blaze is just holding on to it. Abhi picks it up, links away. But yes, so far everything going as per plan. The mid lane's been a whitewash of sorts. Abhi's far ahead in terms of CS. A lot more denies as well towards that Muffling. Bottom lane though, Blaze in a bit of a pickle. The Fate Bolt is there. Do they have the damage? The Sunstrike will connect. And Nefarious do end up giving away their first kill of the game. Top lane though, they immediately trying to find a kill in response. Now, the Bane does have the Nightmare. The Nyx is coming in from the south. This could be a kill. They're waiting patiently for ADP to make his way. The Impale is there. Brain Sap not available. Rolling Boulder from Paradox, but there's not much he can do. They pick up the kill. They've even got the Arcane Boots on the Nyx. Nefarious having a phenomenal start in the laning phase. Earth Spirit, I mean, he hasn't done too much for any lane other than the one kill that they secured on the Tide. Reckoning, they're going to be a bit displeased with themselves. Once again, the rune being held on to by the Tide. He's pretty much ensuring that Abhi gets every rune he can. Kylo Ren needs to be careful. Abhi could turn back and go for this kill with the double damage rune, certainly. Goes in, he's got the Shadow Strike. Kylo Ren tries to run towards the shrine, but there's no way he tags it. And Abhi on a killing spree. Making his way towards the mid lane. It's unlikely he finds a kill on dot, but with the Shadow Strike and the Impale, it is possible. A Sonic Wave unloaded, a couple of auto attacks, and Abhi now dominating. They're trying to find a kill in response, but the Quap has a blink. It gets the hell out of there. By Lips of an Angel will be okay as well. Abhi is trying to give chase, pops the Scream on the creep wave. Not sure what that was about. But yeah, they get the Invoker, they get the Rubik, they force out a bunch of TPs. Nefarious, they're going to be pretty pleased with themselves. It's also one of the worst starts I've seen Khans have in the offlane. I mean, he's below his own Earth Spirit in terms of net worth. But, I mean, one way of looking at it is that the Panda doesn't take much to come online. All he has to do is hit 6, but that is if Nefarious let him hit it. Lips of an Angel would have stunted his progression had that Impale connected, but fortunately he didn't. Now, Abhi bumps into the Earth Spirit. Paradox looking to Rolling Boulder away, but Lips of an Angel body blocks him, lands a 2-man Impale. This is a disaster for Reckoning. They're going to lose the Earth Spirit. Bane with the Brain Sap ensures that the Panda falls as well. The only thing that's going somewhat okay for Reckoning is that Avarisha takes down this tier 1 tower. I mean, that's a little bit of goal that everybody on the side of Reckoning badly needed. Oh, Abhi, mid lane, just blinks in. Blind out there, didn't have an Observer Ward, might eat the Sunstrike. He's moving further east away from it. He's got a regen rune, so he could run right back, heal up and go once more. Nefarious keeping up in terms of vision. I mean, he should just been farming away. But Blaze is here with the Ravage. I mean, Avarisha could try and TP, but it's not going to work. Abhi just beats him to the ground with a couple of auto attacks. 9-1 the score, 3,000 net worth lane. Even the Ven just died once, while Muffling has gone completely unchecked in a safe lane. Reckoning trying to get back a little bit of vision. Deep Observer Ward coming out from Nefarious here. Oh, mid lane, Paradox. Got the Rolling Boulder. I think he's going to survive this. That was the Sonic Wave coming out from Abhi. But yeah, he's just going to pound away on this tier 1 tower. And I mean, without Khans being 6, it's quite hard for Reckoning to try and defend this. I mean, at best they can let the Rubik and the Earth Spit just soak up EXP. Early on, 3 points in Fate Bolt, it should be able to push out the wave, so they're going to be somewhat okay. ADP. But, I mean, all these kills do not mean much if Nefarious do not take any early objectives. Average just keeps pushing out this bottom lane all by himself. This observer should let him know that people are nearby. In fact, Nefarious did smoke up. Now, Lips of an Angel has to somehow land that Impale. Abhi's giving chase with an Arcane Rune. The Impale is going to miss, and Avarisha is going to make his way to the tier 1. But Kylo Ren on the Rubik, not so lucky. He's being chased by Abhi. A Sunstrike elsewhere, but what does it matter? The Rubik will certainly fall, while Avarisha manages to clean up the Bane. The Impale comes out from Lips of an Angel, who pops his Vendetta and hopes to run away. Abhi's here with the Arcane Rune. Doesn't have the Sonic Wave, doesn't want to die behind that tier 1 tower so early on. Definitely not without the Ravage, but Lips of an Angel cutting them off. The scan did connect. Has Paradox got detection? No. But the Nyx getting really close to the Vengeful Spirit there. I mean, he probably knows that both Avarisha and Paradox are just hugging the trees here in the bottom lane. He walks into the tower aggro. The boulder smash is perfect along with the geomagnetic grip. Avarisha with the magic missile will bring down the Nyx. But finally, Blaze commits the Ravage. They get the kill onto the bench. They're chasing for the Earth Spirit, who's working with the Magnetizer. Sunstrike did connect, but Abhi might just end up going down to the Magnetized. Paradox puts an end to his wicked 6 streak, while Blaze just TPs the hell out of there. 862 gold going towards the Earth Spirit. All of this though has been time and space for the Invoker to catch up in farm, space for Khans to, you know, maybe just walk back into the lane and see what it looks like. ADB is just trying to take down this tower. Every chance he gets, he's just looking to push out the wave. He's building towards a Lincoln Sphere, which is going to be good versus the Venge, and to some extent the Invoker and the Rubik as well. I think pretty standard stuff. I wonder if he considers... I think it's just going to be Lincoln Spear into the Ethereal Blade somewhere down the line. Lips of an Angel on the hunt. Rogue along with him. Avarisha's Spidey senses did tingle. He's backed off and he's made his way towards the mid lane. They've got this deep observer ward, a lot of aggressive vision coming out from the side of Nefarious. They should probably know where the Venge and the Invoker are. Nyx isn't going to chase. Instead, they're going to try and apply some pressure on this mid tier 1. And yeah, that's definitely the smarter thing to do. No point chasing the Venge. Lips of an Angel gets a D ward. And yeah, the Radiant just losing map control. They're going to get to tier 1 top, which kind of... takes away ATP's safety in the lane. Blaze has got his Blink Dagger, but Nefarious are not going to go. I mean, it seems that they're not going to defend that tier 1. They're going to instead get the tier 1 mid. And yeah, the next time around, Reckoning go looking for a fight. It's going to be into Tide, who has a Blink Dagger. The only thing that Reckoning are working with is that Khans on the Panda is now level 6. It remains to be seen how much he can do in these fights. Abhi needs to be careful. Kylo Ren nearby. They are looking for the kill. The rolling boulders there. The geomagnetic grip. Mid animation. Perfectly done. They should get the kill on Abhi. The Ravage stolen by the Rubik Blaze. What have you done? They're controlling the Panda. They're controlling the Tide Hunter. The Fiend's grip on Avarisha immediately cancelled, and Avarisha will fall. ADP is here. The boulder smash was nice. Tide up in the air. The Panda's doing so much work. Khan's trying to retreat, but turns around, uses a thunderclap, and he's trying to man up, but with no luck at all. He finally goes down to the waveform and the Screamer Pain, while Dot gets a little bit of space and takes the tier 1 in the mid lane. They lose the Bane, they gave away the Ravage, but despite all of that, they managed to bring down Khans as well as the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, and I think Abhi ended up surviving that. Yep, Abhi did. On the Quap. Abhi seems to be building towards the Orchid. Yeah, I think he's got it. So now killing the Panda and dealing with him is going to be a lot easier. I presume he might look at something like an Eul Scepter just to shrug off the Geomagnetic Grip from the Earth Spirit. Deep Observer 1, allowing them to keep tabs on this Invoker. And more Invokers, I mean, they just seem to lose the laning phase. And what is that? Yeah, but yeah, Invokers, they lose the lane, just AFK in the jungle, come back with an Accept, and then hopefully ruin the rest of the game for the opponent. Let's see if Dot does manage to have that sort of impact. One component away from his Acceptor. Nefarious, I mean, the scoreboard, it's 14-5, but I don't think one can say that Reckoning are out of it just yet. Blaze on the Tide needs to be a little more careful. Giving away the Ravage like that to the Rubik, despite Rubik eating that Ravage, was a little, I don't know, a little meddling, mediocre. And the Morph is gonna get a tier 1. So Nefarious moving with purpose across the map, trying to get a couple of objectives. Reckoning, they've smoked up themselves. Kylo Ren does still have the Ravage. It's gonna last a little while longer. He doesn't know that Blaze is in the vicinity. Kylo Ren does manage to get that deep observer ward. So Reckoning have set shop in the top half of the map. Abhi's making his way. Blaze should be there with the Blink and the Ravage, and Mighty close to his Blink Dagger, but Mighty close to his mech, but I don't think he's gonna have it. ADB's got the Lincoln Sphere complete. Just got that extra layer of security. But Reckoning, they drop all these deep observer wards and they're just gonna back off. It seems as if the plan and the call was not to fight into a Ravage. Khans just barely blinks away and survives. Dot. He's got the Acceptor complete, going for the BOT next. He's gonna allow him to only ramp up his farming. Maybe even participate every now and then when his team needs him. Kylo Ren, he'll hopefully have to steal Ravage more than once if Reckoning are all looking to win this game. Abhi, I mean, he senses that there's someone here. They use the scan. They should find the Rubik. And yeah, Lips of an Angel with that Vendetta hit. Gets the kill. Paradox, Invis Rune, Avarisha, Dragon Lance, Mask of Madness, Khan's Blink Dagger. Got some of the ingredients of a half-decent team fight. Okay, but they're not gonna fight. It seems as if Reckoning just trying to slow down this game, and they're not looking for fights at these tier 1 towers. I presume the plan is to wait until this Invoker gets... I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. But then, Nefarious, I mean, they're getting towers without contest. They're going to take them. Oh, Orchid onto Kanzu, blinks into the midst of the enemy. The Fiend's Grip was there, but it was cancelled. The Bane will fall. The Sonic Wave, somewhat decent. The Ravage clips onto the Rubik. He's not going to steal it at the very least. And Avarisha with the Mask of Menace can only watch as his team falls. Invoker TP's in, but they've lost the Panda. They've lost the Rubik. The only disadvantage that Nefarious are working with is that the Panda's going to respawn bloody soon. And he's still going to have the Primal Split to work with. All Reckoning have to do is buy time until then. For if they do, they'll be fighting into Nefarious without the Ravage. I mean, without the Tide Hunter. Excuse me. ADP's gotta run. Yeah, Khans is here. He's cut the Nyx in. He commits the Primal Split. The Sunstrike is there. The Spike Carapace is not going to be enough. And a Rolling Boulder from Paradox will secure the kill. So yeah, I mean, that wasn't as good as Nefarious would have hoped for. They got 2, they lost 2, and they didn't get any objective to follow that up. And Reckoning, realizing that Nefarious are fighting without the Ravage, are just going to move into the Rosh Pit. Yeah, easy Roshan. Smart stuff coming up from Reckoning, realizing that Nefarious have some huge cooldowns which are very crucial to them winning these fights. And knowing that Blaze's Ravage was in cooldown, Reckoning just move into Roshan, and now they're the ones working with an advantage. Still not a net worth advantage, but for all purposes, they seem to have an advantage of sorts in this part of the game. Avarice is going for the Hurricane Pike. And I mean, we're still at that point where Invoker hasn't really fully participated in any of these team fights. All he's been doing is dropping Sunstrikes. I mean, in the previous engagement, we did see a Meteor which did connect on the Tide, but that's about it. It only gets worse here from here on if you're playing against an Invoker, that is. ADP is getting closer and closer to that Eth Blade. It's going to certainly help burst down a couple of these heroes. I mean, he had a great start in the laning phase, but unfortunately he hasn't done too much with the Orchid, other than use it at one time on Khans. You somewhat expect co-ops to snowball once they pick up that Orchid, or at least try and get as much as possible done with it before opponents start itemizing to be able to deal with that Orchid. Ragnar, no. They popped a smoke, they're on the hunt. They do not have too much vision as to where Nefarious are. A kill on the Morphling could be huge. Avarisha, smoke's gonna break soon enough. ATP needs to be careful. Alacrity on top of the Vengeful Spirit. Buttons were pressed, but nothing was done. They're just gonna move across to the mid lane. DOTA. I'm a bit surprised why he didn't attempt to use the Tornado and try and lock down the Morphling. But yeah, they're going to start applying some pressure on the tier 2, and this is exactly what Reckoning need to be doing. At this point in the game, the most they can... okay, Morphling just morphs into the Vengeful Spirit. Elsewhere, Rolling Boulder, Boulder Smash, they're trying to control the Nyx. They should be able to. The mech from the high ground, not enough. And the Bane, now out of position, thrown up into the air, being cycloned by that Storm Panda and brought down as well. They've got enough damage with Avarisha in the vicinity. They bring down the Bane. They've taken out both the supports on the side of Nefarious and Reckoning. They're good to start applying some pressure on the mid tier 2. But yeah, I mean, this is exactly what they need to do more often. They've got the ages, they need to take calculated, intelligent risks with it. And yeah, this should be an easy tier 2 tower for them. It's unlikely that Blaze is looking to commit his Ravage for this engagement. Tornado EMP just to zone them out. Khans leaves one centaur at 50 HP. Just messing with the neutral stacks here. Khan's has got his portraits complete and seems to be building into a Lotus Orb. Now, the Lotus Orb is gonna be good versus the Orchid. It's gonna somewhat dissuade the Bane from throwing out the Nightmare. Above all, it's gonna try and help protect people from Morphling and that Earthblade Orb. Once he does have it. And in fact, ADP's completed the Earthblade. So a lot of burst damage in the works for Nefarious. The question is what they're going to find. They've smoked up, but Reckoning just grouping up together and hugging each other under this tier 2 tower. ADP, he's going to walk into Khan's. 8 seconds until he has the primal split. ADP breaks the smoke. Now Orchid is there. They commit the ravage. They throw everything in the kitchen sink to bring down Khan's. That was a little bit of an overkill coming out from Nefarious. I think the Orchid and the Earthblade would have been enough. But elsewhere, Avarisha, he's found the Nyx, who's trying to run away. The Sunstrike will not connect. Nyx doesn't have a blink, so it's unlikely that he'll survive. The boulder smash from Paradox, perfect. And the Tornado from Dot will secure the kill for him. They lose the partner, they get the Nyx, and the Aegis has been reclaimed. The good news is that Reckoning forced out the Ravage. Khan's is going to respawn in a bit and he'll have the primal split up and going. I'm hoping that Reckoning do try and push once more with that. But now though, Avarisha needs to be careful. He's walking into a dire sentry. ADP sees him. They ping him out. The Earthblade, the waveform, the adaptive strike. Not enough. ADP could morph into the Venge if he wanted to. Oh, Avarisha barely survives. Pops the Mask of Madness and everything being done to keep the Vengeful Spirit alive. But yeah, Avarisha, he probably learns the hard way that there is a sentry there, A, and B, that Morphling can nearly kill him. If morphed over to the Vengeful Spirit, he would have had a magic missile which goes through the Earthblade and would have resulted in a death on the Vengeful Spirit. But yeah, ADP a little slow on the uptake there. Khan's getting closer and closer to that Lotus Orb. Lips of an Angel. And you crack the Panda. Fortunately, there's no global pick-off potential, so although this is cute, it's not cute anymore. He's walked into a sentry. There is a Radiant Sentry and Lips of an Angel is under it. Rubik also getting closer to his Blink Dagger. Abhi, he's got that BKB. He could turn this around. The Cold Snap is there. They force out the BKB on the Quap and Abhi barely sidesteps that Sunstrike. Avarisha nearby. He's got the Magic Missile. Pops the MOM. Gets the kill. Reckoning. Getting kills when it really matters. That's 68 seconds without the Quap. The Ravage is available, but Reckoning could look to secure another tier 2 tower for themselves. Dot has even got that Lincoln Sphere, so that's an extra layer of protection versus the Queen of Pain and that Orchid. Or heck, even that Fiend's Grip. He could also toss it out on whoever's going to be their primary frontliner. But now they're just going to take down this tier 2. No contest coming out from Nefarious. Bane is trying to push out on the other edge of the map. Yeah, that's about it. "29 minutes in, 12-18. Only 1,000 net worth separates both these sides. And in my eyes, what's going to separate them further is who manages to sneak in the next Roshan, who's going to respawn in a minute and 26 seconds. for now, Reckoning have somewhat superior vision around the rush pit thanks to this observer ward. They also had this deep observer ward which somewhat told them as to where Nefarious were. Khan's going for the Aeon disc, if I'm not mistaken. That's somewhat going to ensure that he manages to get that primal split even after being controlled by a Ravage or say a Orchid. It's going to ensure that he doesn't get burst down. It's going to, so one of the benefits of an Aeon disc, it is also reduces your damage output by 100%, which is why it's an absolute shit garbage tier item to make on Huskar. Although, I mean, people make arguments that Burning Spears does damage over time and you still do that damage over time once Aeon disc wears off. It's something that I have to test. But yeah, for the Panda, it's absolutely okay because, I mean, he's going to primarily be a source of control with that primal split. So, 100% damage reduction or not, the control from the Earth and the Storm Panda is going to be there. For now, it seems as if Reckoning are just starting to group up and push out the top lane. Immediate smoke coming out from Nefarious. They're looking to make this fight work. They need a good Ravage to get things started. Khan's all by himself further south. Reckoning, they're on the retreat. Nefarious, I mean, it's become a little obvious now. The top lane is pushing in. And Nefarious aren't going to defend it. Reckoning is just going to back away and take high ground. But Khan's, he's all by himself. Blaze blinks further north away from the Panda. And yeah, that's a completed Aeon disc on Khan's. So he has license to go in, go YOLO, go ham, clap, use the drunken brawler and still get off that primal split. Maybe he's built another defensive item here. I don't know. He's gone for the Lincolns after the BKB. A case can be made, but was it really necessary? Is there something else he could have looked at building which would have helped him or his team a little bit more? I mean, the Lincolns is especially tempting when you take a look at the Queen of Pain and Length 25 talent, which is that 20-second spell block. You're practically spell immune. And it's only physical damage which can deal with you once you have a Lincoln Sphere and that level 25 talent. Dot blinking back, Avarisha undercover of smoke. Lips of an Angel with the Vendetta giving chase. Kylo Ren staying alive courtesy the Glimmer Cape. Both teams just dancing around each other. Dancing across each other in the map. For now, Reckoning working with a disadvantage because they do not have True Sight. Nyx is getting a fair amount of information for his team. But yeah, Reckoning, they're reading him like a book. They should get this T-Ward. They don't see it just yet. Okay, Kylo Ren is going for the D1. Okay. Nefarious. They're the ones grouping up and pushing down the bottom lane. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to last too long. They're going to be forced to TP back to defend the Invoker and his push. And yeah, Reckoning. They moved into the rush pit. They're giving up the tier 2 tower. And instead they're going to secure Roshan. Sunstrike, Cold Snap, Alacrity. I think this is the better trade. This is a trade they're going to be okay with. Yeah. The question is, what is it that they accomplish with Aegis and Cheese? Bane. He's been largely poor the whole game. I think Bane needs a GPM talent. I also wonder why Ice Frog took away that GPM talent from Rubik. Has Earth Spirit still got his plus 150? Yeah, he's got his. Casual BKB coming out from the Invoker. Not sure what that was about. But teams poking and prodding, slowing down the pace of the game. I want to say this is something that Reckoning are not going to be too happy with. In my eyes, the Muffling always scales better and harder than a Venture Spirit. And considering that ATP's got a BKB, a lot of that control and damage coming out from the Invoker is going to be negated as well. Top lane, Ravage committed for Dot here. They've got the Fiend script now. He's got the Aegis. His team could be making their way towards him. The TPs are coming in. The first one to TP in is the Rubik. The Earth Spirit's there as well. Is not going to give chase. Kylo Ren blinks ahead. But Abhi with the Orchid focuses on the Rubik. Had they got detection, the Boulder Smash doesn't connect. Abhi pops his DKB, turns around, unloads the Sonic Wave. Khan's Aeon will pop. A Lotus Orb dropped on top of Abhi. A Nightmare onto Khan's and Abhi. He's gonna blink away because Avarisha in the bottom lane. Give that man an inch and he'll make the most of it. Does a fair amount of damage towards that tier 3 tower. If only Khans and the rest of Reckoning somehow managed to cancel out those TPs, it could have been huge. Avarisha goes in, pops the link, the Sunstrike is there. The Sunstrike will miss, but Avarisha with his BKB wants to fight. Head blade on the dot, it turns around with the tornado, with the EMP. ADP just gonna shrug it off. He's not got too much HP, but he's got more than enough mana. And Lips of an Angel is here. The Impale will miss. Avarisha pops the Shadow Blade, the Meatball along with the Deafening Blast, pushing them back. They're giving chase. Dot manages to bring down the Nyx, but Abhi needs to be careful. The cavalry is alive. The geomagnetic grip is there. The Lotus Orb procs. Abhi blinks further north, stays alive, but Paradox giving chase. He doesn't have the Boulder Smash, but he knows where Abhi is. They could make the swap pay. The Boulder Smash will whiff. The Tornado won't connect as well. And for now, Reckoning, they'll settle with what they've achieved. They're gonna apply some early pressure to this tier 3. And they've still got Khans, who has the primal split to work with. They're moving on to the barracks. The melee barracks are falling in half. Abhi doesn't have the Sonic Wave. How do Nefarious defend? It looks like they don't know either. Reckoning, get a lane of barracks. And they're just gonna hold on to high ground for now. Avarisha with that Shadow Blade looking for a possible slow up. The Boulder Smash is there. The live perfectly timed. The defensive Nightmare. Is it enough? No, the Cold Snap along with the right click. Avarisha brings down the Quab, moves on to the Bane. That's 74 seconds without the Queen of Pain. She does have buyback, but Reckoning, they're looking to wreak havoc here in the Nefarious base. They're moving on to the mid tier 3. Khan's just keeping them distracted with his pandas there. The melee barracks are falling in now. All that stands between them and the game is another lane of barracks, and they're moving towards that as well. The Airplay, I mean, it only tickles Avarisha at this point. Who's got a magic resistance talent, if I'm not mistaken. Khans blinks in with the clap. It's ADP who's morphed into the bench. The Ravages there. They're trying to focus Avarisha, who pops a BKB and tries to make a run for it. While elsewhere, the Sonic Wave doesn't do too much. They finally managed to bring down the bench, but it cost them 2 lanes of barracks. And Abhi needs to be careful. He's gone in deep. He's lost almost all his mana. But Blaze is here. They should get the Earth Spirit at the very least. The Meteor rains it from the sky. Abhi staying alive somehow with the Lotus Orb upon him. Nothing to cancel the Invoker's TP. The Invoker's out of there. And Paradox just rolling and getting the hell away as well. Dot immediately moves to the bottom lane, giving a little bit of momentum. But yeah, for the first time, we have a clear indication as to who's coming out on top. And it's Reckoning with an 8,000 net worth advantage. The question is, do Reckoning look to push, or are they probably going to wait for Roshan number 3 and get their hands on Aegis Cheese as well as a refresher shot, and maybe that's when they try and go for the finishing blow. For now, they're just going to get a lot of vision. They've got this Deep Observer 1 in Nefarious's base. They've got another Observer 1 looking over the Ancients and the common access point for the dive towards Roshan. Another one looking at where Nefarious' shrine used to be. All of this is allowing them to make better movements across the map. For now, Avarisha double damage rune. Lips of an Angel. This is tempting. Ah, damn, he popped the Vendetta at the same time. Avarisha has to run. ADP morphs into the Vengeful Spirit. But there's not much he can do with that. Could go in actually. Tornado. Clips ADP. Morphling. She's got to be careful. She pops her BKB. That's Morphling who morphed into the bench, popped a BKB and pounded away on Avarisha. But the detection wasn't there. Khans is your primal split. Earthpounder throws out the stun onto the Vengeful Spirit and Avarisha manages to bring him down. They're chasing for the morph. They pop his Linkage. They control him with the telekinesis. The boulder smashes there. The Geomagnetic Grip as well. All that morphing into strength isn't going to do him any good as he ends up falling down. Lips of an Angel gets off the impale, but he needs to be careful as the Storm Panda is giving chase. Khans comes elsewhere, but Dot as well as Avarisha, eyes on the prize. They moved in for the top laner barracks and Nefarious have had enough. They've tapped out. GG, well played is the call. Beautiful stuff coming up from Reckoning. I mean, until the 10-minute mark, it was Nefarious that dominated the late game. The mid game was close, but somehow on the back of that Aegis, Reckoning just pulling through, going for objectives and putting an end to this game. Anyway, folks, that's it as far as today's Dota 2 broadcast is concerned. My name is Vivek. I'm from AFK Gaming. If you have any feedback, kind words or harsh words, I'm at facebook.com/VEEWAK casting. Adios and good night.
Alright, and Reckoning securing the victory for themselves and maybe a better spot also on that leaderboard. If you guys have missed out any of the games, you can check them out on our ESL India YouTube channel. You can even subscribe to us. From tomorrow onwards, we're going to have a promotion relegation games for now, the December phase is over finally. So let us know what you'll think about the whole ESL India Premiership and hashtag as ESL India Premiership on your social media links. So let us know who do you think is going to take the 2017 Grand Finale in Dota 2. 5 of you lucky winners are going to get Comic-Con passes, so I'm sure you don't want to run away from this giveaway. I'm your host Angela, and this event is brought to you by Omen, by HP, Zyber, BenQ, HyperX, Intel, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. We have been very, very proud and happy to bring this show to you, and I hope you guys have had a great time watching. We will see you all very, very soon. Take care and good night.